God is crying loudly. Your blessing has arrived, but a lawyer is planning to sue you for everything you own. This is your last chance to open this message before the papers are filed. My child, hear me now. Don't look away. Don't scroll past this. Not now. Your life is standing at a crossroads, and heaven is crying out for your attention. I, the Lord your God, am speaking directly to your heart because the hour is urgent. A miracle meant for you has already been released. The blessing has landed in your season, but something or someone is trying to steal it right out of your hands. There is an enemy disguised in legal robes, plotting a takedown, not just of your possessions, but of your peace, your identity, your future. This isn't just paperwork. It's spiritual warfare dressed in a courtroom. Comment, Amen, if you can feel this word reaching deep into your soul. You're being targeted because you're blessed. The enemy wouldn't be trying this hard if you weren't so close to breakthrough. That lawyer, that lawsuit in the spirit, is a symbol. It's not just about money, it's about robbing you of what is rightfully yours. The healing you've been waiting for, the relationship God restored, the calling that's finally waking up. And now, right on the edge of your testimony, the enemy has filed a false claim against you, trying to convince heaven that you're not worthy of what I gave you. This is why you must not ignore this. Don't delay. Your destiny depends on it. Your blessing is being challenged. The thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy, and he's using every tactic he can. You feel it already: confusion, fear, delay, doubt, loss of clarity. That's not random. That's the legal attack in the unseen realm already pressing against your doors. But I, the Lord, have not abandoned you. I see it all, and I am not silent. If this speaks to you, like this video right now, to shut the enemy's voice down with an act of faith. The tears you feel falling tonight are not weakness. They are sacred. They are heaven touching earth. I am crying not because I am powerless, but because I see my child on the edge of a miracle, and I see darkness trying to sign it away before you can even receive it. But my word is stronger. My covenant is sealed in blood. I will not let the enemy win. But you must open your eyes. You must awaken. You must fight for what I already gave you. Comment 1111 if you believe this is not a coincidence and this is your confirmation. Listen to me. That blessing has already been dispatched. I didn't hold it back. I didn't say wait. I said go. The release was made in heaven's court. Angels were sent on assignment. Your name was stamped on a miracle. But just as my servant Daniel experienced, the answer was delayed by opposition in the heavens. There is resistance that seeks to block your access. That is why I weep, not because I cannot deliver it, but because so many turn away right before it arrives. My heart breaks when you doubt yourself, when you say you're unworthy, when you tell yourself the lie that you missed it, that it's too late, that you're too flawed. Child, I never called the perfect, I called the willing. I didn't choose you because you were qualified. I qualified you because I chose you. That blessing was never based on your perfection. It was always based on my promise. I know you feel weary. I know you've been under pressure from every side. Financial attacks, relationship breakdowns, sudden disappointments, silent seasons, and betrayals that left you numb. But what you didn't know was that all of it was the build-up to this moment. This lawsuit in the spirit is the last attempt before the enemy has to let go, and he knows it. That's why the pressure feels unbearable right now. But hold on, I am not done. You are not alone in this battle. I, the Lord, your defender, your protector, your father, I am standing between you and what threatens you. I've already declared not guilty over your life. I've already overturned the accusations. But I need you to believe that. I need you to stand on my word even when the evidence is screaming otherwise. Because faith is not just trust, it's alignment. When you believe, you agree with heaven. And when you agree with heaven, hell cannot touch what belongs to you. Comment 222 if you trust that this season is shifting right now. My child, do not fear the papers, do not fear the judgment, do not fear the noise. Let them plot, let them plan. I am the judge over every court. No lie spoken over your name will prosper. Every tongue that rises against you, you will condemn. I told you that in Isaiah 54:17, and I do not lie. They may accuse, they may twist, but they don't hold the final word. I do. Look at me. You have been covered since the womb. You have survived things that tried to destroy you before. You have walked through fire and not been burned. This is not the end, it's the crossing. You are moments away from stepping into what eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. That's why the alarm is sounding in the spirit right now. Because if the enemy fails to stop you here, it's over for him. I don't need you to be perfect. I need you to stay believing, stay praying, stay expecting, stay praising even when it doesn't make sense. Because your praise is your power. Your faith is your force, and your obedience is your weapon. Every step you take in trust sends confusion into the enemy's camp. While they're trying to build a case against you, I'm building a table in front of your enemies, and they will have to watch you feast. Comment 333 to declare your faith is alive and unshaken. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150 million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance, Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Do not run. Do not panic. You are not the victim here. You are the victor. My word says, I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions and to overcome all the power of the enemy. You have more authority than you realize. The enemy is afraid of that authority. That's why he tries to distract you with fear. He hopes you'll walk away from what's yours before you remember who you are. You are not forgotten. You are not cursed. You are not broken beyond repair. You are anointed, appointed, and deeply loved. Heaven has not filed a lawsuit against you. Heaven has sent angels to protect you. I am not punishing you. I am preparing you. I am not turning away. I am turning things around. This trial is not the end. It's the evidence of how valuable your destiny is. The thief only breaks into homes that carry treasure. So don't close this. Don't scroll past it. Because this is not a coincidence. It is a divine warning and a divine assurance in one. A warning that the enemy is planning something behind your back, but an assurance that your God has already gone ahead of you. This is your last chance to stand up and say, I'm ready, not in your strength, but in mine. This is not the end of your story. This is the moment before the glory. The spiritual lawsuit isn't about what you did wrong. It's because of what you're about to do right. It's because of the impact you're going to make, the chains you're going to break, and the lives that will be healed because of your obedience. You are in a courtroom in the spirit. The enemy is whispering lies. You're unworthy. You're guilty. You're too late. You're too broken. But my voice is louder. I am standing beside you as your defender. I am the God who sees the truth. I don't consult your past to decide your future. I don't look at your weakness to measure your worth. I look at your heart, and I see a warrior. I see someone who keeps showing up, even with tears in their eyes. I see someone who chooses me, again and again, even in silence. Comment 555 if you know this is your divine reminder to keep trusting me. My dear child, I need you to wake up to this moment. Don't let spiritual blindness keep you from the breakthrough that's right in front of you. The enemy is throwing distractions to make you miss the court date, because if you don't show up in faith, the blessing gets delayed again. That's why things have felt so chaotic. That's why people have suddenly shifted, opportunities have dried up, and your spirit has felt so heavy. It's not just life, it's an attack. But I have equipped you. I have already given you everything you need to overcome this. You were never meant to fight this alone. I sent the Holy Spirit to guide you, strengthen you, and remind you of who you are. You are royalty. You are chosen. You are seated in heavenly places. You are not the defendant in this case. You are the rightful heir. You don't have to prove yourself. I already did that when I sent my son to the cross. The blood still speaks. The cross still wins. The grave is still empty. And your name is still written in my book. Do you hear me? The case is not against your finances, it's against your faith. Because if the enemy can shake your faith, he can block your flow. If he can distract you with doubt, he can delay your destiny. But if you stand firm, if you hold your ground, the blessing that's already been released will fall into your hands, and no power in hell can stop it. Comment 1212 if you believe the gates of heaven are opening over your life now. This is not the time to be quiet. This is the time to speak what I have promised. This is the time to declare the scriptures that have kept you alive in the dark. Speak Psalm 91 over your life. Speak Isaiah 41:10 over your anxiety. Speak Romans 8:28 over every delay. This is not just nice encouragement, this is your weapon. Your praise is a sound the enemy cannot stand. Every time you speak my word, heaven moves and hell trembles. There's a blessing with your name on it, and it is heavier than what you're used to carrying. It comes with influence, it comes with restoration, it comes with territory that was lost. But before I give it to you, I have to let the false accusations be exposed. That's what this battle is. It's exposure. Not of your sins, but of your enemies. Of every hidden plot, every silent attack, every person smiling at your face but speaking curses behind your back. I am uncovering it all, not to break you, but to build you, to protect the blessing from falling into the wrong hands. Do not fear the exposure. I'm not punishing you, I'm protecting you. There are people and paths you would have trusted if I didn't let this shaking happen. You would have walked into the next season dragging weights that would have buried your purpose. So I allowed the shaking, the loss, the redirection, not because I was absent, but because I was too present to let you settle. I want you free, not famous. I want you whole, not hidden behind fake peace. I want you covered, not connected to chaos. This lawsuit is heaven's way of saying, not this time. The last time you let them rob you of joy. The last time you gave away your peace to someone who didn't deserve access. The last time you let insecurity win. But this time, I am fighting for you. This time, I am stepping into the courtroom with fire in my eyes and justice in my hands. I will not allow what I've prepared for you to be hijacked by anyone. You are not small. You are not a mistake. You are my beloved. And even if the world doesn't see your worth, I do. Even if they laugh, mock, or walk away, I stay. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Your cries have reached my throne. Your prayers have not been wasted. I caught every tear, I heard every whisper in the dark, and I remember every time you trusted me when you didn't understand. That kind of faith moves me. That kind of faith breaks chains. That kind of faith silences accusers. The lawyer may file, but I have already ruled. And my judgment is final. You are blessed. You are redeemed. You are covered in mercy. And what's coming next will prove to every doubter that my hand has always been on you. Comment 777 if you're ready to walk into the promise with power and peace. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. I'm going to restore you in front of the ones who thought you were finished. I'm going to raise you in the same place where they tried to bury you. You don't have to explain how you made it. Your testimony will speak louder than any defense. The peace I'm about to give you is going to shut down every storm. The provision I'm releasing will cancel every debt. The favor that's chasing you will silence every accusation. You've been faithful in the fire. Now watch me show you the fruit. You've trusted me in the wilderness. Now watch me lead you into the land. The time of shaking is shifting into a time of settling, but it starts with you choosing not to bow to fear, not to quit when it gets hard, not to walk away when the battle looks too big. Because the truth is, it's not bigger than your God. But here's what I need you to understand. This isn't about what you deserve. It's about what I already declared. What I've spoken over your life cannot be undone by human hands or demonic forces. The case against you may sound convincing in the natural, but in the spiritual realm, it has no ground. The enemy has no legal right to your future. You're only feeling the pressure because you're carrying something powerful. The weight you've been feeling isn't just stress, it's the weight of glory. What's being birthed through your life is sacred. And anything that carries my presence will always draw resistance. But resistance is not rejection. The enemy resists what he cannot control. And you, my child, are out of his reach. He's trying one last tactic. He's trying to file against you in the spirit so you will doubt the blessing. He hopes you'll forfeit it yourself, simply because it feels too heavy to hold. Comment 999 if you know that this blessing is bigger than your fear and greater than your battle. I see you. I see how tired you've become trying to do everything right. I see the moments when you tried to be strong for everyone else, even when you were breaking inside. I see the nights when you prayed with shaky hands and said, God, just give me one sign that I'm not alone. This is that sign. This is that moment where heaven responds and reminds you, I was with you then, and I'm still with you now. Don't measure your worth by who stayed or who walked away. Some left because they weren't meant to witness what I'm about to do in your life. Some couldn't handle the anointing on you. They saw your flaws, but I saw your heart. And while they built a case against you in their minds, I was building a future for you that would silence every voice of judgment. You don't have to fight them. You don't even have to explain. Just keep walking. Keep obeying. I will handle the rest. The enemy thinks that if he brings up your past, it will cancel your present. But I use your past as proof of my grace. What you went through didn't disqualify you. It prepared you. Every heartbreak, every setback, every closed door, every betrayal, it was shaping you, refining you, and breaking off what couldn't go with you into the next season. You're stronger now. You're wiser now. And you're not going back. Comment 1010 if you feel in your spirit that God is calling you forward now. This legal battle is spiritual, not physical. And you cannot fight it with fear. You fight it by remembering what I said. You fight it with the truth. You fight it by declaring, even when your voice shakes. You fight it by standing firm, even when it feels like everything around you is moving. When the enemy throws paperwork of shame, guilt, and regret at your spirit, you remind him that I already paid the price. The cross was enough. My blood speaks louder than every accusation. You were not created to crumble. You were created to conquer. When I formed you in your mother's womb, I breathed purpose into your lungs. I set eternity inside of you. That's why your spirit cannot settle for less. That's why you've always felt this pull towards something greater. It's not your imagination, it's my call. And even when life has tried to bury that calling under pain and pressure, I've kept it alive inside of you. You are a carrier of glory. You are the vessel I've chosen. Don't mistake this silence as absence. I am always working. I've been removing wrong connections, realigning your steps, and shielding you from traps you didn't even see. What looks like loss right now is actually protection. You may feel like everything is being stripped away, but I'm only taking what was holding you back. I never subtract without the intention to multiply. I never prune without preparing for growth. You are standing in the middle of a holy shift, and shifts don't always feel good. Sometimes they feel like chaos before they feel like clarity. But I promise you this, I will not let you fall. My hands are underneath you, my spirit is within you, and my angels are surrounding you. I have not forgotten a single promise. Not one word I spoke will return void. What I said, I will do. The enemy wants to rush the process. He wants to panic you into making decisions rooted in fear. But I am calling you to rest in me. Don't run from the waiting room. Don't despise the quiet place. That's where I'm strengthening you. That's where I'm whispering the strategy. That's where the oil is forming, the oil that will break yokes, open doors, and change lives. You're not waiting for nothing. You're waiting for something divine. Comment 1515 if you're ready to receive strategy, not just survival. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. I have not just given you survival, I have promised you abundance. The lawyer in the spirit wants you to believe you'll always be in survival mode, that you'll always have just enough to get by, that you'll always be on edge, always in a battle. But I came to give you life, and life more abundantly. The blessing that's been released over you isn't barely enough, it's overflow. It's restoration. It's more than what you lost. Don't allow a temporary storm to trick you into abandoning a permanent promise. The rain is not a sign of abandonment, it's a setup for harvest. What looks like delay is divine redirection. What looks like a setback is actually making space for the right doors to open. You don't need everyone to agree with what I'm doing in you. You just need to stay obedient. Their doubt does not cancel your destiny. I am the God who parts seas, the God who shuts the mouths of lions, the God who walks in fire with his children and brings them out without even the smell of smoke. I am still that God, and I am with you. This legal attack in the spirit is just noise. The enemy is desperate because he's running out of time. He thought by now you'd be too discouraged to believe. But your faith is still alive, and that's what terrifies him. You don't need to understand every detail, just trust the direction. I will confirm things in ways that only you can understand. I will speak through signs, through dreams, through sudden peace that doesn't make sense. Keep your eyes open, keep your heart soft. I am near. You are walking through this battle, not to be defeated but to be revealed. I am not moved by their plots. I am moved by your faith. I am moved when you choose to believe that I am still on the throne, even when the world feels like it's falling apart. I am moved when you refuse to bow to fear, even as the pressure grows. What is being challenged right now is not your worth, but your identity. If the enemy can get you to forget who you are, he can get you to walk away from everything that belongs to you. But I'm reminding you today, you are mine. You bear my name, you carry my spirit, you walk in a covenant that cannot be voided by lies or broken by attacks. I chose you before the foundations of the earth. I knit you together with purpose in your veins, and I did not invest this much in you just to let you be destroyed. Comment 1717 if you know you were made for more than what you've been through. This isn't the first time the enemy has tried to challenge your position. He did it with Job, he did it with Moses, he tried it with David, and he tried it with my son. Every time a person was on the verge of something holy, something generational, something eternal, the accuser showed up. That's what he does. He waits until you're closest to the promise and then files the loudest accusations. But look at what happened every time. I showed up. I defended. I delivered. And I turned the tables. I'm doing it again for you. You think this is just another storm. But it's not. It's the final push before the shift. You've been wondering why this season feels harder than the others. Why the weight feels heavier. Why the loneliness cuts deeper. Why the doubts scream louder. It's because you're closer now than you've ever been. And the enemy is terrified of what happens if you actually receive what I released. You're not imagining the warfare. It's real. But so is my presence. So is my covering. So is the hedge of fire I've placed around you. So is the blood of the Lamb that speaks on your behalf. The enemy can scream, but he cannot touch what I've sealed. I said in my word, touch not my anointed, and do my prophets no harm. You are not exposed. You are not abandoned. You are not defenseless. You are surrounded by the armies of heaven, and I will not let you be overtaken. Comment, Amen, if you trust that God is fighting battles for you right now. The truth is, you've already won battles you don't even know about. There are darts that never reached you, conversations that never made it to your ears, plans that fell apart before they could touch you. And it wasn't luck. It was me. It was my hand, quietly but powerfully at work. You thought things just worked out, but I was in the details. I was going ahead of you, standing behind you and covering you from both sides. I am the God who sees what's coming and prepares you before you get there. That lawyer in the spirit is trying to convince you that you've lost, that it's over, that you've missed your chance. But I am still writing your story, and the next chapter is not loss, it's restoration, it's fulfillment, it's answered prayers, it's doors you thought were shut forever, swinging wide open in front of you. You don't need to chase the blessing, you just need to walk in obedience. The blessing will find you. It already knows your name, it's been assigned to your location, and not even 1,000 lies can block what I've ordained. The enemy wants to distract you so badly in this moment. He's hoping you'll get weary and settle for less. He's hoping you'll compromise because you're tired. But I am sending strength to your bones. I am breathing wind into your lungs. You will not collapse here. The case may be loud, but my voice is louder. The accusations may sting, but my love heals. The fear may rise, but my peace overwhelms. You are not weak. You are a warrior who has endured more than most people know. And yet you are still standing. You are still believing. You are still reaching for me. That kind of faith shakes the very gates of hell. That kind of faith brings heaven to earth. This banned wealth signal was hidden in a government vault for over 70 years until now. It's a simple 9-word brain trigger used by elites to attract unlimited money while the rest of the world struggles. But the moment too many people see this, it could be deleted. Click the link in the description and comments before it's taken down forever. Don't let a bad day make you forget the promise. Don't let the delay make you doubt the prophecy. Don't let the pressure convince you that you were never called. You are exactly where you need to be for me to show up and show out. You are in the middle of a divine collision between everything that's tried to stop you and everything I've placed inside you to win. Comment 222 if you trust God is working even when you can't see it. I need you to speak life right now. Not fear, not defeat, not doubt. Speak life. Open your mouth and declare what I've already said about you. Call yourself healed, Call yourself restored. Call yourself chosen. Call yourself victorious. Speak it over your home, over your body, over your finances, over your children. There is power in your voice because my spirit lives in you. And when you speak in alignment with me, chains break, darkness flees, and what's been blocked starts moving. This is a legal war in the spirit, and your words are evidence. Speak my word like you believe it. The enemy has built a case of fear, but you can tear it down with faith. He's collected every mistake, but my grace covers every sin. You are not who you used to be. And you are not where you used to be. You are moving forward. You are stepping into a promise too big to carry without my help. That's why it's felt heavy, because it's not meant to be carried in your strength. It's meant to be received in surrender. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to defend yourself to those who already made up their mind. Let them talk. Let them walk. I will speak for you. I will answer for you. I will rise and declare, "This is my beloved child, in whom I am well pleased." They don't have the final word. I do, and what I speak cannot be undone. You are standing at the edge of breakthrough. The enemy is not trying to take what you lost. He is after what's coming next. He knows if you receive this next blessing, he won't be able to stop what you're about to build, touch, and influence. This isn't just personal, it's prophetic. You've asked me, why does it feel like everything is collapsing at once? And I say to you, it is not falling apart. It is falling into place. The shaking has a purpose. The pressure has a reason. I am not letting this storm break you. I am using it to reveal what could no longer stay hidden. Every false alliance, every fake supporter, every hidden trap, every lingering chain. I am exposing it so that nothing in your next season can poison your promise. Comment 333 if you believe God is purging everything not meant for your future. I am a jealous God, not in pettiness, but in purity. I love you too much to let you step into a new thing while holding on to old bondage. I love you too deeply to watch you accept less than what I paid for. That's why I'm allowing this intensity, not to destroy you, but to free you. There are things being broken off your spirit that you didn't even know were attached. Unseen doubts, silent lies, trauma that tried to settle in your bones, patterns that were never part of your design. I'm burning them out, because what's coming cannot be mixed with what was. You are not the same person who cried out to me years ago. You have grown. You have been refined in the fire. You've endured loneliness, betrayal, uncertainty, and yet you've stayed. You've wrestled with fear, but still chose to pray. You've had chances to walk away, but you kept showing up. Don't think I haven't seen that. I've counted every tear. Not one has fallen unnoticed. And now, I'm turning the page. You've been under a spiritual review. Heaven has been watching how you handle the waiting, how you carry the weight, how you hold your integrity when nobody is watching. And now, the time has come for my verdict to be spoken over you. I am declaring restoration. I am declaring favor. I am declaring divine release over what's been held up. The enemy knows this. That's why he rushed to court. That's why he's screaming louder. He's trying to distract you one last time before the promise lands. Don't fall for it. You've come too far. You've cried too many nights. You've survived too many attacks to give up now. Stand in faith. This is the kind of faith that shifts nations. This is the kind of faith that makes walls fall, chains break, and blessings chase you down. Comment Amen if you receive this word and claim it fully over your life. I didn't promise that the road would be easy, but I did promise it would lead to life, and not just survival but fullness, joy, peace, purpose, legacy. You were not just called to live through trials. You were called to thrive in my glory. You are not cursed. You are covered. You are not being punished. You are being positioned. There's a reason certain people suddenly left. There's a reason some things didn't work out the way you hoped. There's a reason the money didn't come when you expected it. I wasn't being cruel. I was being careful. I am setting the stage for a testimony that cannot be denied. I am making sure that when the miracle shows up, no one can take credit for it but me. Some of you have been faithful with little, and now I'm about to make you ruler over much. But first, the courtroom in the spirit must be cleared, the false words must fall, the fear must die, the shame must be stripped, because I am clothing you in new garments. You've worn the identity of struggle for long enough. You've walked around like you're disqualified, but I say no more. Can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. You are a vessel of honor. You are the head and not the tail. Above only and not beneath. Blessed going in and blessed coming out. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where I need you to be for what I'm about to release. Do not fear the legal notice from the enemy. Fear me alone. For I am a righteous judge, and I have already ruled in your favor. Comment 1111 if you believe this ruling from heaven cannot be reversed. I have not changed my mind about you. What I spoke over you still stands. Even when you doubted, even when you fell, even when you thought it was over, I didn't change my mind. I am not like man. I do not lie. I do not cancel promises based on temporary pain. What I start, I finish. And I will finish this with power and glory. I am healing what you didn't even know was broken. The parts of your soul that went silent from trauma, the faith that shrank after disappointment, the dreams that dimmed in the waiting. I'm breathing on them again. I'm awakening what life tried to bury, what religion tried to suppress, what fear tried to shame. I'm bringing it all back to life. The courtroom of heaven is not a place of fear for you, it's a place of fulfillment. I am ruling in your favor, and the angels are rejoicing. They're being dispatched with keys, with answers, with healing, with provision. Don't worry about the delay, it's ending. Don't worry about the noise, it will be silenced. Don't worry about the loss, it will be redeemed. I am God, I am for you, and I do not fail. You are not waiting on me, I'm waiting on you to believe again, to expect again, to praise again. Not because things are easy, but because you trust me even when they're not. That is faith, that is worship, that is power. And when you do that, chains break, things shift, doors open, the enemy flees, because he cannot argue with a child who knows who their father is. I've overruled the case. The enemy stood to make you look guilty, unworthy, disqualified, but I stood before him and said, "This one belongs to me." And once I speak, no voice in hell can overturn it. The spiritual case against you was built on fear, lies, and your past. But I don't see you through the eyes of your past, I see you through the blood of my Son. And through that blood, you are covered, redeemed, and made new. You need to hear this. I am not done with you. I have not forgotten the promises I made. I have not changed the blueprint for your life. The enemy is trying to file papers to close your case, to end your assignment, to convince you your story is over. But child, your story has barely begun. What you've seen so far was only the preparation. What's coming next will make sense of every moment you thought was wasted. Nothing is wasted in my hands. Not your pain, not your tears, not even the years you feel were lost. Comment 777 if you believe restoration is being released over your life right now. The blessing has arrived. Yes, it's already here. You don't have to chase it, it's standing at the door. But to receive it, you must silence the voices that told you it's not for you. That's what this warfare is really about. The enemy wants you too distracted by what's missing to see what's coming. He wants you too afraid of rejection to open the door. But I say to you now, open the door. Not with fear, but with faith. What I've placed on the other side of that door will restore joy to your soul and fire to your spirit. You've been living under spiritual pressure, not because you're weak, but because you're marked. My hand is on you, my spirit is in you, and when I place purpose on a person, hell takes notice. This lawsuit the enemy launched is his last attempt to scare you out of position. He's banking on your exhaustion. He's hoping you'll retreat, but I am sending you strength today, not just to stand, but to advance. You will not just survive this, you will thrive through it. You felt overlooked, dismissed, and betrayed by people who should have stood by you. But I've watched every moment you chose to forgive when it wasn't easy. I saw when you loved without getting anything in return. I saw how you gave when you barely had enough for yourself. And I took note. Your heart has been pure in the furnace. And I reward that kind of faithfulness not with crumbs, but with overflow. Not with momentary relief, but with sustained favor. Comment, Amen, if you receive that God is sending overflow into your life. There's something sacred about your suffering. You didn't suffer because I forgot you. You suffered because you were being prepared. There's an oil on your life that couldn't come through comfort. It had to be crushed out of you. That's why you've felt misunderstood, isolated, pushed out. You were never rejected, you were being set apart. And now, that oil is about to flow. The anointing is going to make sense of every crushing. I am calling you back into alignment, back into identity. You've tried to shrink. You've tried to blend in. You've tried to explain your way out of purpose because the weight of it felt too much. But I created you for this. You don't have to carry it alone. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. I walk with you. I equip you. I cover you. You are not responsible for outcomes, only obedience. Let go of the pressure to prove anything. Let go of the fear that you'll fail again. That courtroom of shame has no authority here. I've already ruled in your favor. I've already prepared the blessing. I've already paved the way. What you're walking into now has been under construction in the spirit for years. Delays didn't destroy it, they preserved it. And now it's time. I'm going to surprise you with my goodness. Not just once, but again and again. You've braced yourself for bad news for so long that you don't even know how to expect good things anymore. But I'm changing that. I'm rewriting that story. You're going to wake up and find favor in places where you only knew fear. You're going to see relationships healed, debts cancelled, opportunities released, and doors flung open where there were once only walls. Comment 555 if you believe unexpected favor is already finding you. Why are 55 countries using the same mysterious money script? Because a leaked research file just exposed a 9-word pattern that activates wealth-attracting pathways in the brain. Repeat it daily and watch money flow like water into your life. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You are not stepping into this next season alone. I'm sending help. Divine connections. People assigned to pour into you, not drain you. Friends who speak life, not confusion. Alignments that sharpen your spirit, not suffocate it. I am not just blessing your life. I'm protecting your peace. Because what I'm doing through you requires a new level of clarity, and I won't let confusion cloud the path I've cleared. You've grown in silence. You've matured in the fire. You've learned to lean on me when no one else showed up. And now, I'm about to place you in rooms you once only prayed about. I'm about to release resources you never saw coming. I'm about to answer prayers you stopped praying because the wait felt too long. Nothing was wasted. The waiting didn't break you, it built you. Lift your head. I am not angry with you. I'm proud of you. I see how you've tried to hold on when everything inside you wanted to give up. I see the quiet obedience, the late-night tears, the whispered prayers you didn't think mattered. They mattered to me. They still matter. And they've reached heaven. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not replaceable. You are deeply known, fully loved, and fiercely protected. I don't see you as a liability. I see you as a vessel of glory. I'm not disappointed in you. I'm delighted by your faith. I'm drawn to your hunger. I respond to your trust. The courtroom has fallen silent. The enemy's voice has no power here anymore. Your blessing has been released, and nothing can reverse it. What was once blocked is now flowing. What was once delayed is now being delivered. You are walking into the days you prayed for, even when you didn't feel worthy of them. And I want you to know you are worthy, not because of your perfection, but because of my promise. You've been made clean. You've been made new. My grace rewrote your story the moment you said yes to me. That yes echoed through eternity. It broke chains, cancelled curses, and released a future you couldn't even imagine. The enemy tried to trap you in guilt, but I broke you out with mercy. Comment, Amen. If you believe mercy is rewriting your story, there is no more case against you, no more spiritual documents hanging over your head. I tore them. I burned them. I destroyed every record the enemy was trying to use against your future. You are not bound to your past. You are not chained to what happened. The only thing attached to you now is favor. Divine, unshakable, undeniable favor. My child, don't be surprised when things suddenly start to shift. Don't be shocked when doors open with no explanation. Don't be afraid when people who once ignored you start asking for your help. That's what favor does. It elevates you when no one expects it. It puts your name in conversations you've never entered. It gives you access to places your background never prepared you for. But you must be ready. Ready to walk away from what once felt comfortable. Ready to leave behind what you once thought you needed. The old identity can't go with you. The mindset shaped by fear, shame, and scarcity, it doesn't belong in your future. The new thing I'm doing in your life requires a new way of thinking. You have to start seeing yourself the way I see you, called, equipped, and trusted. Comment 999 if you're ready to walk boldly into what God sees in you. I trust you with this next season. That's why I chose you. I didn't choose the loudest, the strongest, or the most polished. I chose the one who stayed close. The one who didn't quit when quitting would have been easier. The one who whispered prayers through tears and still got up to face another day. The world saw weakness, but I saw worship. They saw delay, but I saw development. Everything that has come against you was meant to distract you from this truth. I've already gone before you. I've already prepared the way. The blessing was never at risk. The only thing at risk was your belief. The enemy knows he can't touch my plans, but he tries to convince you to walk away from them. Don't. Not now. Not when you're this close. Not when the breakthrough is knocking on your door. There is divine movement happening in your life. Even if you can't see it yet, trust that it's unfolding. I'm shifting hearts. I'm orchestrating divine connections. I'm opening paths that didn't exist before. And I'm not doing it halfway. When I move completely. You will not be left with scraps. You will not be holding fragments of a broken dream. You will receive the fullness of what I promised. Comment 222 if you trust that God is moving behind the scenes for you. And here is what I need you to understand next. Your blessing is not just for you. It's going to touch others. It's going to heal generations. That's why the warfare has been so intense. That's why the attack was so specific, because what's inside of you is meant to shift atmospheres. Your life is not small. Your impact will be greater than you know. That's why I'm restoring your strength. That's why I'm rebuilding your confidence. That's why I'm releasing joy again. You've been heavy for a long time, carrying burdens that weren't yours, worrying about things that were already in my hands. But I'm lifting the weight now. I'm giving you rest, not just in your body, but in your soul. Peace is your portion. Clarity is your inheritance. Freedom is your reality. You don't have to fight for it anymore. I already won it. This is the season where the blessings will come looking for you. You won't have to knock. The doors will open. You won't have to force connections, they'll find you. You won't have to explain yourself anymore. The fruit in your life will speak for itself. I've already anointed you for this. I've already cleared the way. Now, you walk. Comment 1111 if you believe you're stepping into a season of favor and ease. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase just 9 words long that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It's already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Yes, there may still be noise. Yes, the enemy may try to speak again, but he is already defeated. His accusations no longer hold weight. The papers have been shredded in my courts. You are free. You are chosen. You are rising. And nothing can stop what I've set in motion. I don't need the world to approve it. I already have. I don't need them to understand it. I authored it. My child, lift your head, breathe again, smile again, live again, because this is the moment everything begins to change. The blessing is not a distant hope, it is now. The miracle is not on the way, it is here. Your name is written on it. It's yours, signed, sealed, and delivered from heaven. The lawyer tried to steal it, but I blocked it. Let them wonder how you made it. Let them question how you're still standing. Let them watch as I elevate you in ways that make no sense. It's not your job to prove them wrong. It's your calling to glorify me through your testimony, and your testimony is being written in real time, page by page, chapter by chapter, victory by victory. You're about to gain what you didn't even ask for. What was meant to take you out is turning into the platform I'll use to raise you up. The battle was never to destroy you. It was to prove that even under pressure, your faith still stood. This is what the enemy feared. Not your failure, but your endurance. He feared you'd survive the fire and still choose to believe. He feared you'd walk through the courtroom and still lift your hands to heaven. He feared you'd come out of it stronger, wiser, deeper in me than ever before. And now, the fear he planted in you is turning into fear in his own camp, because you've chosen faith over fear. And now the blessing is unstoppable. Comment Amen if you know that no weapon formed against you will prosper. I want you to stop expecting to be denied. I want you to stop assuming the door will close before you even knock. Stop apologizing for being blessed. I've chosen you. I've trusted you with this blessing, not just for your sake, but for the lives you'll touch. The enemy wanted to make you feel like a burden, but you are a builder, a restorer, a chain breaker. That's why the attack was so personal, because your calling threatens darkness, but the chains have snapped, the case has collapsed, the ruling has been spoken. Heaven has released what belongs to you, and now all of hell is watching what happens when a child of God refuses to back down. Don't go back to small thinking now. Don't let the trauma of your past shrink your faith. The courtroom drama is over. The judge, the true judge, has declared favor over your life. Walk in that. Speak from that. Live in that. Comment 1010 if you know your season of walking in fear is over. This next season is not going to look like the one you came out of. You're not just surviving anymore. You're building, you're planting, you're rising. You'll look around and see fruit where there was once only dust. What used to drain you will no longer have access to you. What used to break you won't even touch you. You've outgrown the grave they tried to put you in. And now you're stepping into the garden I prepared on the other side. You've thought, why me, so many times. But I want you to start asking, why not me? Why not the one who stood in faith when everyone else walked away? Why not the one who still prayed when it didn't make sense? Why not the one who praised me when it hurt the most? I saw your obedience in the storm, and I will honor it. I saw your surrender, and I will reward it. I saw how you gave when it cost you, and now it's your season to reap. There will be people who don't understand how you got here. Let them wonder. You don't owe them an explanation. Your fruit will speak. Your peace will speak. Your restoration will speak. I didn't bring you this far for you to go back to defending yourself. I brought you here to walk in boldness, to walk in the authority I placed on your life. You're not who they said you were. You are who I say you are, and I say you are chosen. Comment 1212 if you're ready to walk in boldness and divine authority. Don't miss what's unfolding right now. The shift is already happening. Even while you sleep, I'm working. Even while you wait, I'm aligning. Even when you feel nothing, something is moving in your favor. I don't need your perfection. I just need your yes. I don't need your strength. I just need your surrender. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to trust that I do. I'm removing the wrong voices from your life. You'll notice certain people can no longer access you, not because you're better than them, but because I'm guarding your atmosphere. What I'm building through you cannot be polluted by doubt, drama, or divided hearts. I'm sending people who will intercede with you, not compete with you. People who won't question your calling, but will call out your purpose when you forget it yourself. And yes, the lawyer who tried to take it all is still watching. The enemy is still hoping to find a crack, a hesitation, a weakness to accuse you again. But I'm not giving him another opportunity. I've shut the case permanently. I've sealed it with my authority. I've closed the door on every false charge. And now, I'm opening doors no man can shut. Comment 1515 if you believe God is closing the wrong doors and opening divine ones. A neuroscientist says yes. A 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is nothing too hard for me. That financial burden, I can lift it. That sickness, I can heal it. That broken relationship, I can restore it. That weary soul, I can revive it. There's nothing too far gone that I cannot reach. You don't have to settle anymore. You don't have to fake peace. You don't have to pretend to be strong. I am your strength. I am your peace. I am the God who makes all things new. The enemy tried to file early so he could stop what I had planned. But what he didn't know is that I already filed something too, a declaration of blessing, protection, and restoration over you. And what I file cannot be blocked. It is eternal. It is written, and it will not return void. You are stepping into a divine reversal. The very areas where you experienced loss will overflow with life. The same ground where you were mocked will become your platform of praise. The voices that once doubted you will have no choice but to witness my glory over your life. Not because of revenge, but because of redemption. I don't elevate you to prove a point to people. I elevate you to fulfill the promise I made before they ever had an opinion. Comment, Amen, if you believe God is turning your pain into purpose. Don't be surprised if you start to feel different, lighter, freer, more expectant. That's what happens when the weight of spiritual accusation is lifted, when the case is dropped and the atmosphere clears. What you're sensing isn't just relief, it's release. I've released the blessings that were held up. I've released the favor that was blocked. I've released the clarity that was buried under confusion. You're about to dream again. You're about to hope again, not cautiously but boldly. I've watched you settle into survival for too long, living just to make it through the day. But now I'm calling you into more. Not more stress, not more striving, but more joy, more purpose, more power. You weren't created just to endure. You were created to carry glory. And it's time. Time for your spirit to come alive again. Time for your voice to rise again. Time for your heart to beat with fresh fire again. You are not who the pain tried to shape you into. You are who I declared you to be. Comment 222 if you feel something breaking open in your spirit. I'm not asking you to be fearless. I'm asking you to trust me more than you fear the unknown. Yes, the road ahead may still have challenges, but you won't face them the way you did before. You're not walking into this season as the same person. You're walking in with wisdom, with spiritual authority, with an identity rooted in truth. You've been forged in fire, you've been refined by tears, you've been strengthened in silence, and now you will move with purpose. Let me remind you again, I didn't change my mind about you. Even when you questioned everything, even when you asked me if you still had a future, even when you told me you weren't sure you were strong enough anymore, I held you through it all. You never stopped being chosen. You never stopped being mine. And I never stopped preparing the blessing. It was always coming. It just needed the right time. And now, the time has come. God says He is screaming because you are about to lose a 5 million blessing. You have only 10 minutes left to open this message before heaven erases your name. Open this message immediately. Listen to me now, not tomorrow, not later, right now. Heaven has sounded an alarm, and the gates are shifting. You are standing on the edge of something so big, so divine, so life-changing, and you have no idea how close you are to missing it. I am not whispering. I am screaming because you are one decision away from losing a blessing worth more than you can ever imagine. 5 million is not just about money. It's about opportunity. It's about restoration. It's about purpose, healing, legacy, and everything I've been preparing for you. Comment Amen if you hear me. If you close this now, if you ignore this moment, your name may be wiped from the flow of what I planned for this hour. Not because I want to take it from you, but because you're allowing fear, delay, and distraction to steal what was already written in heaven with your name on it. The enemy has been busy, yes, but I'm telling you, the time is thinner than you think. You are down to the final minutes, and I am trying to get your attention before the door closes. This is not just a word. This is an alarm. This is your warning. The next 10 minutes are holy. They are sacred. Because right now, angels are holding scrolls. They're reviewing names. Yours is still glowing, but it's beginning to fade. Not because you're forgotten, but because you've hesitated. You've doubted. You've allowed the noise around you to muffle my voice within you. I gave you confirmations, signs, even dreams, but you've been asleep in the spirit. Wake up, child. Wake up before what I assigned to your name is reassigned to another. Comment 1111 if you believe I'm speaking to you now. This 5 million blessing is spiritual before it's ever physical. This is about the destiny I planted in your bloodline. You've cried for change. You've begged for breakthrough. You've wondered when it would be your turn. This is your turn, but you must open your heart now. Your miracle has a window, and the window is open right now, but it won't stay open forever. That miracle isn't just something nice to have. It's an answer to your silent prayers, to the tears you cried when nobody saw you. It's me saying, I've seen it all, and I am here. If you feel like you've been losing everything, if you feel like doors have slammed in your face, understand this was me separating you from what couldn't go with you into the blessing. Everything I took was a protection. Everything I blocked was a redirection. But now is the time I promised you would come. Now is the moment you have to reach back toward me and grab what's rightfully yours before it slips into the hands of another. The 5 million blessing is a divine shift in your story. It's a level of grace and provision that can break every generational curse that's tried to follow you. It's not just a blessing for you, it's for your children, your children's children. It's the release of healing, of promotion, of favor, of divine covering. It is the reversal of the no you heard last season. It's the answer to the door you kept knocking on. But you must decide now. You must say yes with your heart, not just your lips. I place this blessing on the calendar of heaven. It has a time stamp, and the window to step into it is now. Not in 3 days. Not when you feel ready. Right now, you keep asking me, when will things change? I'm telling you now, this is the shift. You are in it, but I will not force you into it. I gave you free will. You must say yes. You must step. You must believe, even when your situation doesn't make sense. That is faith. That is how you unlock what's already been prepared for you. Stop looking at your bank account to decide if you're worthy. Stop looking at your past to decide if you're ready. I don't call the qualified. I qualify the called. And you, yes, you, are called. I know your flaws. I know your fears. I know your failures. But I also know the fire I placed in your spirit that this world cannot steal. You are not forgotten. You are favored. But favor has a cost. It requires obedience in moments like this, when everything is on the line and the window is thin. This is not about what you see, it's about what I said. I told you I'd make rivers in the desert. I told you I'd open doors no man could shut. I told you I'd go before you. And yet you've let doubt talk you out of destiny. You've let the enemy convince you that nothing will change. He's a liar. He's always been a liar. He's terrified of you stepping into this moment because he knows this blessing will change everything. Your joy, your peace, your identity, your authority. You've come too far to quit now. You've cried too many nights for this not to be your moment. You've endured too much to walk away. This is your moment. This is your invitation. This is your turning point. And yes, it is tied to the next 10 minutes. That's not fear. That's urgency. That's what divine alignment feels like. And if you ignore it, you'll wonder months from now why nothing shifted. But if you say yes, if you open your spirit and receive, I will move like I've never moved before in your life. Like this video, if your heart is open and you believe this moment is yours. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. I am the same God who parted the Red Sea. I am the same God who raised Lazarus. I am the same God who spoke and light came out of darkness. You think I can't fix your finances? You think I can't heal your body? You think I can't restore what was broken? I created the stars with my breath. I formed you in your mother's womb. I've never stopped thinking about you. I've never walked away from you. Even when you ran, I stayed. Even when you doubted, I remained. Your 5 million blessing isn't just about money, it's about movement. It's about unlocking your purpose. It's about pulling you into alignment with what I spoke over you before the foundation of the world. It's about the business I told you to build, the song I placed in your heart, the book I whispered into your dreams, the family you've prayed for, the healing you didn't think was possible. This blessing carries all of it. That's why the enemy tried so hard to distract you today. That's why you almost didn't open this. But you did, and that means you still have time. You still have a chance. But it's thin. Don't play with delay. Don't flirt with hesitation. Your name is still on the blessing, but if you don't act, heaven will assign it elsewhere. And not because I'm cruel, but because my word does not return void. What I planned will still happen. The only question is, will it be through you or through another? Comment 222 if you trust me with your next steps. You've been crying out, God, do something. And I'm telling you, child, I already have. I've aligned the opportunity. I've prepared the hearts. I've stirred the spirit. All I need is your obedience. All I need is your yes. And I will break every barrier that stood in your way. I will silence every voice that said it was too late. I will multiply what little you have and make it overflow. There is still something left in this hour that belongs to you, something sacred, something marked. And I want to remind you again, this is not just another moment in your life. This is the moment that decides how your life unfolds from this point forward. Comment 333 to declare your faith. The enemy tried to convince you that you've already missed it, that too much time has passed, that the mistakes were too many, that the blessing must have gone to someone else. But let me be clear, what I assign to your name cannot be claimed by anyone else without your release. It's still waiting for you. It's still hovering over your life like a cloud ready to pour rain over dry land. But the rain falls when faith rises. The blessing is activated by your belief. I'm not asking for perfection, I'm asking for surrender. This blessing, this 5 million breakthrough, is not random. It is connected to your calling. It is tied to your prayers. It was formed in my divine design long before you were born. The same way I provided manna in the desert for my people, I have prepared provision for you. The same way I sent a ram in the thicket for Abraham, I have already made the way for you. But you cannot stay where you are spiritually and expect to walk into what I've prepared. Movement in your spirit must match the movement of heaven. You keep waiting for signs, but the sign is already here. It is this very moment, this urgency you feel, this pressure in your heart. That's not stress, that's divine pull. That's me reminding you of what I whispered to you in the quiet. That's me bringing you back to the vision you buried. That's me lifting the weight of everything you thought was over. You thought it was dead. I am saying it's sleeping, and now I am calling it to wake up, just like I did for Lazarus, just like I will for you. Do not confuse delay with denial. I was never late. I was preparing you in silence while you cried in confusion. I was building what you couldn't see while you were battling what you didn't understand. You kept asking, why is this taking so long? But now you'll begin to see why. Because what I'm releasing over your life requires a version of you that only pain and patience could produce. What's coming needs strength, and I had to build it in the dark. But now the light is coming. Your name has not been erased yet, but it is close. Not because I'm angry, not because I've given up on you, but because heaven moves on schedule. The time of blessing has arrived, and I must release it. If not to you, then to someone else who is ready. But I want it to be you. I designed it for you. I want you to rise into it. I want you to see that nothing you've gone through was wasted. Every tear watered this moment. Every battle prepared the ground. Every loss made room for gain. Comment 555 if you know this is for you. You've been asking for a sign that your life still matters, that your future is still in my hands. Let me speak clearly now. Yes, it does. Yes, I am still with you. Yes, I still have a plan for you. You have not gone too far. You have not messed up too much. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are chosen. I need you to know that, not just hear it, but believe it, because belief is the key that unlocks what's waiting. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing, but the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. The 5 million blessing isn't a lottery. It's not luck. It's the reward of divine timing and obedience. It's the fruit of what you've endured. It's the harvest from a season where you sowed faith, even when you had nothing left. And now I'm multiplying what you thought was dead, what you thought was too late, what you thought was out of reach. I'm bringing it close. I'm putting it in front of you. But you still have to step. Still have to stretch. Still have to say yes. The enemy will try to distract you again. Even now, he'll use fear. He'll stir confusion. He'll whisper lies, but I am truth. I am the light that shines in the darkness, and the darkness cannot overcome it. I know what's ahead for you. I know the doors that are opening. I know the restoration that's about to fall on your house. That's why I'm screaming now, because if you miss this, you'll wonder why it all felt so close and then slipped away. You've waited so long for this, and heaven has waited too. Angels have stood at the edge of your breakthrough for longer than you realize, holding what was promised, watching you endure, hoping for this very moment when you'd rise in faith and step forward. The next few minutes are sacred. What you choose to believe right now can shift your tomorrow, your next year, your legacy. This is not a motivational word. This is a divine declaration. I am your God, and I am speaking with urgency. I am reminding you of who you are. I am pulling you out of everything that's been trying to keep you stuck. I am lifting you out of what has made you feel small. I am crushing the lies that told you it was too late. I am tearing down the walls that made you think you had to settle. You are still on my list. Your name is still on the scroll. Your seat at the table is still reserved. But it's the final call. The doors are about to close. The next shift is about to be sealed. If you walk away from this moment, it won't be because I forgot you. It will be because you walked away when you were seconds from the release. I don't need your perfection. I need your yes. I don't need your fear. I need your faith. I don't need your understanding. I need your surrender. Trust me, even now, especially now, because what's about to happen won't make sense to the people around you. But it will make miracles in your life. This is your confirmation. This is your hour. It is wrapped in decision, faith, and obedience. This moment is soaked in eternity. What you choose right now will echo for years. I need you to understand that you're standing in a space where heaven is still holding your name, but that grip is loosening. Comment 1212 if your spirit knows this is for you. There's a reason I've been silent lately. You've been wondering where I went. You've prayed and heard nothing. You've cried and felt no peace. But silence doesn't mean absence. It means testing. It means I was watching how you would move without a constant sign. Because what's next for you requires faith that doesn't need evidence, trust that doesn't require answers. And yet, even when I was quiet, I was still aligning your blessing. I was still speaking behind the scenes. And now I speak loud because the hour is near. I am still here. I have not moved. But you must. You cannot stay in delay. You cannot sit in indecision. This is your Jordan River. I will not part it until your foot touches the water. The blessing won't move until you do. I know you're afraid. I know you've been wounded. But I didn't bring you through all that just to leave you here staring at the finish line, too tired to cross it. I have given you every tool, every strength, every confirmation. Now, I need your action. Now I need your yes that shakes the gates of fear and slams them shut. The 5 million blessing isn't only provision, it's divine reversal. It's every no from man being overturned by my yes. It's every rejection turning into redirection. Every moment you thought was a dead end is becoming the place of new beginning. This is how I work. I wait until the odds are stacked against you, then I step in and remind you that I was the odds all along. You were never fighting alone. You were walking with heaven at your side, even when you couldn't feel it. I've never taken my hand off you. The shift that's coming isn't just physical, it's spiritual. It's going to change how you think. It will heal the way you see yourself. It will silence the voices that have lied to you since you were a child. It will free you from patterns you didn't even realize were binding you. This blessing is going to awaken the real you, the one I created before the world hurt you, the one who still believes, the one who still dreams, the one who still loves purely and fiercely, despite the pain. That version of you is about to rise. Comment 777 if you're ready to become who I always knew you were. The pain you went through had a purpose. I never allowed it to destroy you. I used it to shape you, to refine your discernment, to increase your sensitivity, to teach you how to listen when I whisper. And now, that sensitivity will guide you into blessings others won't understand. They'll see your breakthrough and think it came overnight, but I'll know it was years in the making. You'll carry anointing because of what you survived. You'll carry wisdom because of where you've been. And you'll carry blessing because of how you stayed faithful when it hurt the most. What's being released is bigger than just a financial breakthrough. It's a spiritual inheritance. It's a mantle. It's territory. It's authority. I'm not just giving you things. I'm giving you influence. I'm putting my name on your life in a way that even your enemies will have to recognize. You won't need to defend yourself. I will do it for you. I will be your shield. I will be your provider. I will speak for you in rooms you haven't even entered yet. All I need is your yes. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. This is not a season for comfort. It's a season for courage, the kind of courage that steps when there's no clarity, the kind of courage that moves even with trembling hands. I'm not asking you to be fearless. I'm asking you to believe that my power is greater than your fear. I've always used people who were unsure. Moses stuttered. David was overlooked. Esther was afraid. But they said yes. And because they said yes, I shook kingdoms. I changed history. I set generations free. You are no different. You think you're just trying to survive, but I see a warrior. You think you're barely holding it together, but I see someone chosen to carry glory. I didn't call you because you were ready. I called you because I knew what was inside of you. And now it's time for it to rise. You don't need another sign. This is the sign. You don't need more time. This is the time. Don't let the enemy convince you to sleep through your own miracle. The enemy fears this version of you. That's why the attacks got stronger lately. That's why you felt more confusion, more pressure, more spiritual heaviness. He knew something was coming, he saw the blessing approaching, and he's been trying everything to make you miss it. But I have been preserving you in the fire. I have kept your name hidden until the right hour. And now I am calling it forth. I am shouting it from heaven. This child is mine. This moment is theirs. And nothing can stop what I'm about to do unless they walk away. Your obedience is the key. Not your talent, not your perfection. Just your obedience, just your yes. You don't need a perfect past. You need a willing spirit. I will handle the rest. I will send the help. I will make the crooked path straight. I will bring the right people and remove the wrong ones. But you must trust me. Even when it doesn't feel fair, even when you feel forgotten, even when it seems like everyone else is moving ahead without you. Your timing is different because your purpose is different. The blessing is still hovering, but heaven is not holding forever. The scrolls are about to close. The ink is still wet, but it's drying. I want your name sealed in this moment. I want your story to include this breakthrough. I want your next chapter to be full of testimony, not regret. I want people to look at your life and see evidence of my power. But I will not force it. I gave you choice because love requires freedom. But what many don't understand is that blessings come with appointed times. They are not handed out casually. They are released when the soil of your heart is ready, when the spiritual timing aligns, and when your obedience opens the gate. Right now, that moment is before you. Heaven is moving, and I want you to move with it. Comment 999 if you know this moment is yours. You didn't stumble across this by accident. This was a divine interruption. You've been walking through the storm and praying for the rain to stop. You've been begging for the pain to ease, the confusion to lift, the silence to break. And here I am, answering not just with comfort, but with power. This blessing is not to patch things up. It is to rebuild. It is to restore. It is to establish a new order over your life, one that reflects my original intention for you. The blessing carries peace that money cannot buy. It carries relationships you didn't even think you deserved. It carries joy that doesn't come and go with circumstances. It carries confidence rooted in who I say you are, not in who they said you were. And most of all, it carries purpose. Because you were never meant to just survive. You were meant to shine, to stand tall and be a reflection of my faithfulness on this earth. Everything you lost was never meant to stay. What I am giving you now is permanent. It's holy. It's yours. This is why the battle has been so heavy, because what you're carrying is weighty. You're not fighting over little things. You're fighting over legacy, over healing, over freedom. Every demon that's tried to pull you backward knows what's in front of you. That's why the attack came before the announcement. But now I am making the announcement. The season has shifted. Your name is being released for reward. The time is now. Do not let what you see in the natural convince you that nothing's happening. So much is happening. More than your eyes can comprehend. I've watched you wrestle in the dark. I've seen you break down and then get up again. I've listened to the prayers you didn't have words for. And I've counted every time you kept believing when everything around you told you to give up. That matters in heaven. Faith like that moves me. And now I will move for you. I will send answers where there was only silence. I will open doors where you only saw walls. I will break chains you thought you would carry forever. Comment 1010 if you're ready to walk out of what tried to keep you stuck. Some people won't understand this blessing. That's okay. I didn't give it to them. I gave it to you. They didn't see the nights you stayed awake asking me why. They didn't feel the weight you carried while still choosing to worship. They weren't there when you kept giving, loving, trusting, even while breaking inside. But I saw it. I recorded it. And now, I reward it. I don't forget faith like yours. I don't overlook hearts like yours. You may feel invisible to people, but you've never been hidden from me. This banned wealth signal was hidden in a government vault for over 70 years until now. It's a simple 9-word brain trigger used by elites to attract unlimited money while the rest of the world struggles. But the moment too many people see this, it could be deleted. Click the link in the description and comments before it's taken down forever. The blessing is not just about you, though. It's about everyone connected to you, your children, your friends, even strangers you haven't met yet. I am positioning you to carry influence, to speak life, to change lives through what I pour into you. This is not selfish. This is sacred. When you step into this, it will cause ripple effects. People will ask, "How did you come out of that?" And you will point them to me. That's how my glory spreads, not through perfect people, but through surrendered ones. Let me remind you again, your name is still on the scroll. It is still marked for favor, but I will not hold it there forever. If you choose to ignore this moment, I will give it to someone else willing to move, not out of punishment, but out of principle, because the kingdom must advance. And I am looking for those who will say yes quickly, not halfway, not with conditions, but fully, willingly, boldly. The door I am opening is wide, but the time is narrow. You cannot afford to hesitate. The enemy thrives in hesitation. That's when he whispers lies. That's when he confuses and delays and binds you again in fear. But you're not who you used to be. You're stronger now. You've grown in secret places. You've developed endurance when others gave up. And I've watched you become exactly who you needed to be for what's coming. Don't compare your journey to anyone else's. What I'm doing for you won't look like what I did for others. Their breakthrough wasn't delayed to make you jealous. Yours was being perfected to make you ready. I needed you to be mature enough to carry it, wise enough to protect it, and humble enough to give me the glory when it arrives. That moment is here. I trust you now. The time of refining is ending, and the time of rising is beginning. This is the hour where I rewrite the story they thought was over. This is when I return what was stolen sevenfold. This is where I rebuild the ruins of old disappointments and turn them into altars of praise. This is when the job finds you, the opportunity opens, the healing manifests, the restoration flows. But only if you answer now. Don't let apathy silence your spirit. Don't let bitterness make your heart hard. Open your heart again. Let hope live again. Let faith breathe again. The blessing is ready. It is standing in front of you. It is waiting for your yes. Do not let fear speak louder than faith. Do not let comfort make you miss what requires courage. This is your moment to step into the deep, to walk by faith, to trust that what I started, I will finish. I am faithful. I have never failed, and I will not fail you now. But I haven't forgotten you. I haven't changed my mind about you. The pain didn't cancel the promise. The struggle didn't erase the blessing. It refined it. It prepared you for it. It made sure that when you step into what's next, you won't lose it like you could have before. Comment 1515 if you believe I've still got you. Everything that tried to take you out was allowed only so I could show you what couldn't break you. You think you barely made it, but in my eyes, you passed the test. I wasn't watching for your perfection. I was watching for your persistence. I saw every time you could have walked away but didn't. I saw every moment you kept praying, even when you didn't feel me. I saw the faith you held on to when it didn't make sense. That's what I reward. That's what moves me. Now, your reward is near. But with great blessing comes great responsibility. I'm not just pouring out favor, I'm placing purpose. The 5 million blessing is weighty. It's not casual. It's not a gift to sit on the shelf. It's a tool, a weapon, a seed meant to grow things beyond you. When I bless you, I do it so that you can be a blessing. I lift you up to lift others. I heal you so you can help heal others. I deliver you so you can carry deliverance into places that have forgotten hope. This blessing will shake your life. Not because it brings chaos, but because it brings clarity. When I bless you this time, you'll see who was really for you and who was only close for what they could get. You'll see the masks fall off. You'll see hearts revealed. Some will celebrate you. Others will question your rise. But don't look back. Don't explain yourself. You don't owe anyone a reason when I've given you a calling. People won't understand how quickly things begin to change. They won't know how the tables turn overnight. But you will, because you've waited, you've wrestled, you've worshipped even when it felt like nothing was changing. You know the cost. You know the tears. and you will know the joy. I'm not just giving you answers, I'm giving you peace. Peace that will wrap around your home. Peace that will silence the voices in your head. Peace that will remind you that I am God and I am still in control. Comment 1717 if you're ready to walk into peace like you've never known. You are not running out of time. You are right on schedule. My timing is perfect. You thought I was late, but I was setting the stage. What I'm releasing is not just for a moment, it's for a movement. I've been aligning things, clearing paths, removing people, delaying decisions, not to punish you, but to protect the blessing. The right door at the wrong time becomes a trap. That's why I had to wait until now. This blessing has layers, it has levels. It has fruit that will outlive you. That's why it took time. That's why it couldn't come early. And now, I'm opening the floodgates. I'm commanding what was stuck to move. I'm speaking to dry places and calling them to bloom. I'm stretching your capacity so you can hold what's coming. No more crumbs, no more survival. I'm bringing overflow. Can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. And it will not come by striving. It will not come by manipulation or control. It will come by surrender. The moment you let go and trust me fully is the moment heaven will rush in. I never needed you to force anything. I only needed your faith. You kept trying to figure it out, fix it, manage it, and make it make sense. But this next thing I do won't make sense. It will be too fast, too big, too divine. It won't fit your logic, because it wasn't made by your hands. It was crafted in eternity, sealed with my word, and assigned to this very season. What I do next won't just bless you. It will restore your confidence in me. It will heal your image of who I am. Some of you stopped expecting. You lowered your hope to avoid disappointment. You told yourself, it's okay if nothing changes. But I never told you to shrink your prayers. I never told you to stop dreaming. That wasn't my voice. That was fear dressed up in fake wisdom. I'm telling you now, dream again, believe again. Expect again. I'm not done with you. You thought the story was almost over, but I'm just getting started. The chapters ahead will read so differently, people won't even recognize your life. And that's what I want, because I'm writing it now. I'm taking the pen out of your pain's hand and placing it back in mine. I'm turning the page, I'm shifting the plot, and I'm moving you from survival to revival. But I won't drag you. You have to choose this. You have to reach out, even trembling, and say, God, I'm ready. Not perfect, not fearless, just willing. That's all I've ever wanted. A heart that says yes, a heart that stays open, even after disappointment, a spirit that still worships, even after heartbreak. You are closer than you know. Don't walk away now. Don't let the weight of yesterday steal the joy of tomorrow. Let me take it from here. The burden, the timing, the decisions, the healing, all of it. Let me carry what you were never meant to hold. Let me rebuild what you tried to fix on your own. I've seen how hard you've worked. I've watched you try to keep everything together. But it's not all on you. It never was. Rest in me. Lean on me. Let me do what only I can do. The Spirit is still working. My hand is still stretched toward you, waiting for your agreement. You're not too late yet, but you are close to the edge. This is the last bend before the opening, and how you respond now will determine what flows next. Comment Amen if you're still holding on. I don't want to bless you halfway. I don't want to heal you in pieces. I don't want to raise you just to watch you fall again. I want to establish you, secure you, lift you and plant you so deeply in me that no storm can uproot what I'm about to grow in your life. But it starts with trust. You say you trust me, but do you really? When things don't look like what you prayed for, do you still believe? When you feel forgotten, do you still praise? This is where the blessing is born, in the fire of unwavering faith. The 5 million blessing isn't only about gain, it's about release. I'm releasing you from the cycles that drained you, from the fear that chased you, from the lies that wrapped themselves around your mind for years. I'm not just adding to your life, I'm cleansing what never belonged. I'm clearing the space so when I pour out this blessing, it doesn't land on shaky ground. I want the soil of your heart to be firm, your mind steady, your spirit ready. This moment right now is not small, it is not routine. It is one of those rare moments when heaven leans in close, when time folds inward and the divine touches earth. And I am speaking, directly and personally. Not in riddles, not in silence, but clearly, because I need you to know this. You are chosen, not by accident, not because no one else was available, but because I saw your heart before it was ever wounded. I saw your future before your past even started, and I placed something inside you that no one else on earth carries. The enemy has done everything to dim it. He tried to bury it in shame, in doubt, in failure. He told you you were too broken, too far gone, too messed up. But I never changed my mind. I've been with you through every season when you were on fire and when you were barely breathing. I've never turned away, and now I'm calling what's in you to rise. You've seen only glimpses of who you are in me. What's coming will reveal the full picture. Comment 222 if you trust what I'm about to do in your life. What I'm releasing won't look like what you expected, but it will be exactly what you need. You prayed for restoration, I'm giving you freedom. You asked for stability, I'm giving you divine placement. You wanted one breakthrough, I'm giving you many. I'm not giving you a handout, I'm giving you harvest. Because you've sown in the dark, you've planted when no one noticed, you've kept going when others stopped. That seed didn't die, it just needed time. And now I'm breathing on it. Do not be surprised when people fall away in this season. Some were only assigned to your pain, not your promise. They were part of your process, but not your purpose. When I elevate you, I also separate you, not out of punishment, but for protection. Not everyone can carry the weight of what I'm about to give you. Not everyone will understand the fire you carry. And that's okay. You're not called to be understood by everyone. You're called to walk with me. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase just 9 words long that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It's already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. I'm calling you to walk into rooms you thought were closed to you, to speak when you feel unqualified, to believe when everything around you tells you to give up. I am making you a carrier of evidence, evidence that I am real, that I am faithful, that I still show up for those who dare to believe. You don't need to shout it from the rooftops. Your life will speak. Your fruit will speak. The peace on your face, the strength in your step, the favor on your name, that will be the testimony. This blessing is going to be seen. It will be public. It will be undeniable. But don't let that scare you. I will cover you. I will shield you. I will guide every step. And I will keep you humble, not to bring you down, but to keep you close. The higher you go, the more you need me. And you will need me more than ever in what's coming, not because you'll be weak, but because the blessing is heavy, and only I can help you carry it with grace. You have to understand something deep in your soul. I didn't save you to leave you empty. I didn't heal you to watch you struggle forever. I didn't deliver you so you could wander without direction. I brought you out because I'm taking you in. Into new places, into new levels, into new wisdom, into divine authority. You're not going back. Not now, not ever. That door has closed. What's ahead is better. It's greater. It's from me. You've passed through fire and flood, but now I'm setting your feet in a spacious place. A place of rest, of clarity, of overflow. No more constant warfare without peace. No more confusion about your identity. No more doubting your worth. I'm settling it. I'm sealing it. I'm making you whole. And from that wholeness will come blessing after blessing, not to prove your value, but because you've finally seen it for yourself. The next steps will require you to be bold, to obey quickly, to stop second-guessing every whisper from my spirit. I've been training you to hear me in the quiet, so that when the noise comes, you won't be shaken. I've been preparing you in the shadows, so when the light comes, you won't lose yourself in it. What's coming isn't just a reward, it's a responsibility, and I know you can handle it. Because I built you for it. This is not the time to look back. The old season is closed, the old wounds are healing, the old ways no longer fit. You can't carry new blessings with old mindsets. You can't receive fresh oil in cracked vessels. Let me renew you. Let me transform how you think. Let me show you what it means to live as a child of the King, not a prisoner of fear. You are royalty. You are marked. You are mine. You felt unseen, overlooked, pushed aside, but I've had my eyes on you the whole time. I was there in the silence. I was there when you smiled in front of others and cried when no one was watching. I have never left you, and I never will. Comment 1111 if you know I've been with you through it all. This moment is what I've been preparing you for. Everything that felt like delay was actually development. You weren't being punished. You were being positioned. There were things I had to pull out of you: fear, insecurity, self-doubt. And there were things I had to build in you: faith, endurance, discernment. What you're stepping into now couldn't be carried by the version of you from 2 years ago. That's why it took time. Because I needed you strong, not broken, whole, not rushed. The blessing that's coming has weight. It's not light. It's not temporary. It's going to shift your atmosphere. It's going to shift your identity. Not because you'll be someone new, but because you'll finally walk fully in who you've always been. You've hidden parts of yourself to survive. You've played small to keep the peace. You've lowered your expectations to avoid pain, but no more. This blessing is about expansion, about elevation, about fullness. Don't be afraid of how quickly things are going to change. Yes, I said quickly, because when I move suddenly. You may not even have time to process it all. Doors will open in ways you never imagined. People will come into your life who carry answers to prayers you forgot you prayed. Resources will find you. Provision will chase you. You won't have to beg. You won't have to force. You'll just have to say yes and walk through what I place in front of you. But hear me, this blessing won't come through comfort. It will come through courage. I will call you out of places that feel familiar but are no longer fruitful. I will ask you to release things you thought you needed, but that were actually holding you back. Some of it will hurt. You'll question it. You'll be tempted to cling to the old. But if you trust me, I will replace what you lose with something far greater. Let go so I can give. Comment 333 if you're ready to release what no longer serves your future. You've been faithful with little, and now I'm about to trust you with much. And it's not just about you. It's about what I'm doing through you. Your life is going to be a sign to others of what my hand looks like. They'll see the shift. They'll notice the light. They'll ask how you came through. And you'll tell them, God did it. Not luck, not connections, not hustle, just grace, just me. A neuroscientist says yes. A 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I'm not elevating you to boast. I'm elevating you to carry something, to walk into rooms where others can't go, to speak words that heal, to carry peace into chaos, to bring light into dark places. This isn't about being seen. It's about being sent. And I'm sending you with power, with covering, with clarity. You won't go alone. I go before you and I surround you. There's someone reading this who almost gave up. Not just on the dream, but on life. You've been numb, going through the motions, convincing yourself it doesn't matter anymore. But it does. You matter. Your life still holds purpose. Your story isn't done. I'm not finished writing it. That pit you were in wasn't your grave. It was your classroom. It was the place I used to teach you how to hear me in the dark. And now that you've listened, I'm pulling you out. I'm lifting you up. I don't need you to understand everything I'm doing. I just need you to stay open, even if your heart feels fragile. Even if your trust is shaken, just stay open. I will rebuild your faith. I will repair your hope. I will restore your strength. All I need is that small yes, that little spark. I can work with that. I can breathe life into what's almost gone and make it rise again. You've wondered why certain relationships fell apart, why things suddenly shifted, why people you trusted pulled away. But I want you to know it wasn't rejection, it was redirection. Some couldn't go with you where I'm taking you. They would have slowed you down, weighed you down. I'm not being cruel. I'm being careful. I'm protecting your future by clearing what would have blocked the blessing. And when you see the blessing come, don't let guilt try to creep in. Don't question whether you deserve it. You do. Not because of what you've done, but because of who I am. I am your father. I give good gifts to my children. I reward faith. I honor obedience. You stayed when it would have been easier to leave. You trusted when everything told you not to. And now, it's time to receive. This next season will be different. The pace, the people, the purpose. You'll wake up with a sense of clarity you've never felt before. You'll walk with confidence, not because everything is perfect, but because you'll know I am with you. You'll sense me more, hear me clearer. You'll notice how I go before you and smooth out the rough places, and you'll begin to see how nothing was wasted, not the pain, not the delay, not the detours. You'll look back and realize that every closed door was a blessing, every heartbreak had a reason, every loss made room. And every step, even the ones that felt like failure, was part of the path that brought you to this moment. You'll stop resenting the journey and start honoring it. Because without it, you wouldn't have the wisdom to carry what's coming. So get ready. The shift has already begun. You're going to feel it in your spirit, in your surroundings, in your schedule. The old won't fit anymore. Don't try to squeeze into what no longer aligns with who you're becoming. Be okay with feeling uncomfortable for a moment. It means growth is happening. It means your capacity is expanding. It means your blessing is near. I haven't called you to be popular. I've called you to be set apart. What's on your life is sacred. It was never meant to blend in. It was always meant to shine. That's why I've been hiding you. That's why some doors didn't open. That's why you've been in the background. I was preparing you for something that couldn't be rushed. Comment 555 if you believe. My timing is always right. This next season won't look like anything you've known. It will stretch you, surprise you, and bless you all at once. But you must stay rooted in me. If you try to carry this without me, it'll crush you. But if you stay connected, it'll grow you. I'm not sending you out empty. I'm filling your hands, your heart, and your house. I'm sending resources. I'm sending divine help. I'm sending people who carry keys to the next level. And I'm sending strength you didn't even know you had. You'll be walking into places you used to pray about, standing in rooms you once felt unworthy to enter. This is the evidence of grace. Not because you were perfect, not because you never doubted, but because you didn't quit. You stayed in position. You remained under the covering. You kept choosing me when it would have been easier to walk away. That kind of faith gets heaven's attention. And now, I'm rewarding it. Don't shrink when the blessing comes. Don't hide your light. You've waited for this. You've been faithful for this. You've battled through doubt, fear, rejection, and weariness. You've let me prune you, shape you, refine you. Now it's time to walk in what I've prepared, not with arrogance, but with holy confidence, knowing you didn't earn it, but you were chosen for it. And the blessing isn't just falling on you, it's falling through you. Generations will benefit from your yes. Children will grow up in peace because you broke the cycles. Families will be restored because you chose healing. Others will find freedom because you walked through the fire and came out carrying wisdom. You thought you were just surviving, but I was making you into a deliverer. Comment 1212 if you believe your obedience is breaking generational chains. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed a 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life. But now, you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth starts to follow you, starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You were never meant to carry everything on your own. That's why I'm sending divine alignment. You'll meet people who will pour into you, cover you, speak life over you. You'll form relationships that aren't based on convenience, but on covenant. I'm replacing every counterfeit connection with the real thing. Those who left you will make room for those I send. And those I send will see you, value you, and help you carry the weight of what I'm giving you. There is a new atmosphere coming to your home. Peace is returning. Confusion is leaving. The heaviness is lifting. I'm bringing light into every room of your life, even the ones you've kept closed, especially those. The places where you said, God, I don't want to feel this anymore. I'm going to meet you there, not to shame you, but to heal you. Because what's coming requires all of you, not just the parts you've polished. You're not just stepping into provision, you're stepping into wholeness, into joy that doesn't need a reason, into love that doesn't come with conditions, into clarity that silences every lie. You've earned none of it, but I give it all, because I am your Father, and I love you deeply, completely, and endlessly. I've watched you try to fix yourself, push through your pain, figure it all out, but I never asked you to do this without me. I just asked for your yes. And now that you've stayed, now that you're still here, I can release what I've been holding. I didn't withhold it to hurt you. I held it back because I love you too much to give you something before you were ready. A gift in the wrong hands becomes a burden. But now your hands are open, your heart is tender, and your spirit is prepared. This blessing will be marked with rest, not just physical rest, but soul rest. You won't have to fight for what I give you. You won't have to explain it. You won't have to strive to keep it. I will sustain it. Because it's not built on you, it's built on me. I am the foundation. I am the source. I am the one who opens and no one can shut. And I have decided now is your time. This is why I'm still screaming, not because I'm angry, but because I know how close you are. The clock hasn't hit 0, but it's almost there. This window will not stay open forever, and not everyone hears me this clearly, but you do. You've heard me in ways others didn't. You've felt me in places others ignored. That's how I know you're ready. Because even in the quiet, you've stayed near. Even in the pain, you've stayed soft. That heart is gold to me. What's about to happen will confirm everything I've whispered to you in the dark. You will see why I said no to certain things. You will understand why I delayed certain people. You will feel the release of all that was once stuck, and it will feel like breathing again, like coming up from underwater, like peace returning to your soul after years of tension. You won't be able to explain it, but you'll know it's me. Keep your eyes on me. Don't get distracted. The enemy is still trying to plant seeds of doubt, but they have no root unless you water them. Stay focused, stay anchored, stay in position, because the wave is already moving. The shift is already happening, and once it breaks, it won't stop. You've begged for peace. I'm bringing it. You've pleaded for clarity. I'm speaking it. You've cried out for healing. I'm doing it now, but you must stop looking at yourself through the eyes of people who never saw your value. They judged your fruit without knowing your fight. They saw the outside and missed the battle within. But I saw it all. I was there every time you chose grace over revenge, faith over fear, worship over worry, and I will honor that. I will reward that. This blessing will come with silence too, because not everything I'm doing needs to be announced. You won't need to post it. You won't need to prove it. I will make it so undeniable that even your silence will speak. I will elevate you without you having to chase platforms. I will open doors without you knocking, and I will close the ones that no longer protect your purpose. I'm not just giving you access, I'm guarding it. There's someone reading this right now who has been feeling numb, going through the motions, smiling in public, but lost in private. You've said, God, I'm tired of pretending. I don't even know what I feel anymore. And I say to you now, I know, I understand. I've been holding you together when you didn't even know how to pray. I've been breathing life into your lungs when the weight of it all felt like too much. You've wondered why you're still here, and this is why. Because I wasn't done with you. Because there's still a blessing with your name on it. You've had every reason to walk away. You've had chances to give up, but something in you kept holding on, even if barely. That wasn't just resilience. That was me. That was my spirit inside of you, reminding you there's more. That was the fire I placed in you that no storm could put out. That was my promise echoing in your chest when the world grew quiet. And that same promise is now rising again. Comment 999 if you know you've been kept alive for a divine reason.